Alberto. Thank you for having me today here. So Alberto is a good friend of mine. He's a developer with the Habitat Group. So let's start with a quick introduction. What is Habitat Group? What are you guys offering? What type of projects do you work with?
Perfect. First of all, thank you very much for coming. It's always a pleasure. You're always welcome here. So basically, Habitat Group, we're a real estate development company. We've been developing for over 20 years in Brickell market. We're actually we're the pioneers of condo hotel development in this market, like I mentioned 20 years ago. And great things are happening in Brickell, as you know. For example, many companies are moving, many important companies are moving into the Brickell market. For example, just to mention a few, is the Blackstone Group, which is the largest private equity group in the world. They are in the $1 trillion in assets. We have the BlackRock as well, is the second largest private equity in the world. We have many other companies, Microsoft, Kaseya, they're technology companies. Citadel is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. They were based in Chicago and they decided to move into the Brickell market, which is creating a great economic impact. They are bringing at least 2,000 high-paid executives into Brickell's market, and obviously, you know by now, they acquired a big bayfront site on Brickell, very prime, and they paid $363 million and 99 cents.
Amazing.
Yes, and they are going to invest $1 billion. The total cost is going to be $1 billion to develop their headquarters, a hotel, and restaurants. And I really love this, that they hired one of the best architects in the world, which is Norman Foster. He's a British architect and it's an architect. And honestly, that elevates the cultural level of the city. So that's what I love the most. And also another element that is bringing Miami into a more sophisticated area, especially Brickell, is the fact that we have a lot of designer brands. Like, for example, we have a Dolce & Gabbana building, we have the Cipriani building, Mercedes building, which, by the way, we have two projects right across the street from Mercedes-Benz residences. I'll tell you about it. So I think it's great what's happening in Brickell's market. And right now we have several developments. We have two under construction, which is Smart Brickell, which is comprised with 3 towers. Smart Brickell 1 already completed and operating successfully with very high rates of occupancy. And the second tower, we just top off, which I'm going to show you right now. And the third tower, Smart Brickell Lux, we're going to do the groundbreaking. By the way, all that inventory is sold out. The only reason I'm mentioning that is because that's the project that is approved for the EB5 program, which is for investment. Invest $1 million, $50,000 on our project, and the investors, the foreign national investors, they get the permanent residency. Okay, and but we just launched 3 more projects. One is Season 1 across the street from Mercedes-Benz, Milux Place, half a block away from it, and Parkside, which is the one that we're going to start the first. We're going to get into contracts in about 2 or 3 months. So 185 condo hotel units. And everything that we develop is condo hotel, and in all of them we have the lease back program, which is very attractive for buyers. You buy one condo, let's say as an example, 600. The range of prices are within $500,000 to $1.4 million from all the projects combined. And and we pay the leaseback project. Basically, the buyer has the opportunity, the option that we can become their tenants for 2 years, and we pay 10% on the value of the property, which is very attractive. So it's a passive investment. For 2 years, you're just making 10% return. So that's very interesting. And in the EB5 program, going back to for the investors that want to move into the United States with a permanent residency, they invest $1 million, $50,000. We pay a 3% return a year, and we are the company, the EB5 project that is approved. The EB5 project that actually helps the investors with the initial expenses, which is around $120,000, which is very significant. That's what makes us the best deal in the United States. So far, I haven't seen anything as we are that pay the returns that we pay, and we help the investors with the initial expenses. And also we have some other investment opportunities, such as private equity. Very simple. You invest a minimum $500,000 in our project. We pay 10% on an annual basis. We sign a promissory note, and very simple. The terms about 3 years and a half. We obviously the other investment is buying the condos with the leaseback program, and we also open for family offices or real estate developers that want to get into the Brickell market. But it could be foreign nationals. As I mentioned, we signed a joint venture partnership with a big developer from Central Asia, and it's going very well. So we want to replicate that. So if you are a foreign national developer or foreign or a family office that want to get into the Brickell market, like I mentioned, is growing tremendously. We are a very good entry because we are the know-how and the know-who in the market. So we know all the sites, we have a pipeline of sites that we're going to be developing.
Yes.
So in general, that's what's happening in my world. And if somebody's interested, obviously, contact Monica. We're very good friends, and we coordinate a Zoom or a meeting. Meeting in person is even better because you get to see the office and you get to see the projects from here. And but if it's not possible, a Zoom would be perfect. When any interest in any of the investment opportunities. So thank you so much for coming, Monica. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and
pleasure.
thank you for such an amazing introduction about the Habitat Group. And please contact me, and I will get you in touch with Alberto.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Pleasure.